Hello everyone, this is Matt Rabbit from Coachworks Auto Body. I wanted to share with you results of what we found when doing a post-repair inspection on this 2018 Kia Forte that was repaired at another repair facility that a rather large entity in the Phoenix Valley referred to a shop that was in the far West Valley, and it was hit pretty hard. It was hit square in the deck lid and then into the rear body panel. And first initial thought before we took off one thing is when we crawled under, very easy for anybody to do, you can crawl under this thing, and when you see signs of that, and that panel not even welded, or you see signs of that, you know you're going to find some other stuff. So what we did is we took off the rear bumper on this vehicle and the interior, and when we took off the rear interior, we were able to see how this rear body panel was attached to the frame rail and the floor. And not only do you visibly see a buckle still in the floor pan, that's most likely from the frame rail damage, but this rear body panel was not only very poorly installed, but there's still holes in it and rust on a lot of areas. And to make matters worse, when you find a self-tap screw, you know you're going to run into problems. And then again, we go to the passenger side. Here we are again seeing poor dressing on a lot of welds and a lot of issues. But that's not all. When we look at the bottom of this, and they attached it, inconsistent seam seal, exposed gaps, and a complete exposed metal. And you can see the buckle in the floor right there still. As a matter of fact, if you just look down the line of this, you could see the buckle on the panel. Completely no welds in that, and still a hole in this, not even welded. So find quite a bit of issues. On top of that, whoever refinished this, they didn't bother proper bringing the clear to a factory seam edge. They changed the rear body panel, changed the rear deck lid, and when they blended the color to silver, they didn't bother painting or clearing into the taillight pocket. So there's a hard edge line right there, hard edge all the way across here, and did a clear coat along the whole roof rail, but they burnt in the solvent blend on the edges, leaving a solid line in multiple of these areas. What makes matters worse, they did what we call a clear burn area right here, where these are all measurements of mill thickness. So 10.7, 7.9, 7.9, 5.9, 4, 3.9. So right here, you can even see kind of a dry transition on that for a vehicle that they never bothered refinishing all the way back to factory specifications. Same thing is on this side, multiple measurements, and then all of a sudden you get to here. This is a solvent burn area, and you're able to see a hazy difference between it, and that's what is going to fade and peel out over time. But this is obviously a cosmetic issue. It's not safety related, but this rear body panel, and there's still being structural damage to it that was never properly assessed, and the insurance company never questioned, hey, is there any structural damage? Or the shop didn't even question, oh, hey, is there any structural damage? All they did was slap on a brand new Kia part and hoped it was going to be good for you or your friends or family that are in this car. And if this car would ever get rear-ended again, this is exactly why in the owner's manual they say follow OEM guidelines, Because if you don't, serious injury or death can occur. And this is why we fix it the right way here at Coachworks. Follow OEM repair guidelines and procedures, use factory genuine parts, and follow repair guidelines so you could properly assess the full extent of damages. Because if you don't do that, this is the kind of stuff you get. So, Matt Radman from Coachworks Auto Body, thank you so much for your time, and stay safe out there.